You know, there are so many different aspects to being successful out on the water, from your preparation to your just understanding and the time on the water you've put to know different patterns and different seasonal movements of fish, to know every single type of way there is to catch one and when to use it. And that can be overwhelming, and that's something that you learn with time. Now, one thing that you need to take care of immediately is using proper fishing line. That's something that for years I struggled as I was coming up in the sport of fishing, because I didn't have the right line for the situation. There was a long time where I used straight fluorocarbon on my spinning reels. I even used to use mono on my spinning reels, you know, 10 or 15 years ago. And I think about those tournaments when I first started my career where my equipment wasn't up to par with what I was trying to achieve. Now, that's not the case anymore, and I want to share with you what I used to win the Bassmaster Open on Lake Eufaula, and honestly the line setup that's put probably 75% of my fish in the boat this year, which is kind of insane to think about. And it's been on this Ned Mickey bait, but the line setup is so important to making that system work. Now, right here you can see this beautiful yellow line. This is about 6-month-old Vicious No-Fade Braid. Here's a package of it right here so you can see it. And this is the 10-pound test yellow Vicious No-Fade. They also make a green, but I prefer the yellow for my spinning rod applications. And it is the smoothest, there's zero memory, it's the smoothest, longest casting, and most durable braid I've ever used. And that is not a joke. I've used a lot of different models over the years. That line right there, for 6 months old, there's no memory. It is incredibly smooth. They call it no-fade because it doesn't lose its color, and it is just dynamite. It's foolproof fishing line. Now, what they did to make it even better for my spinning rod setup is they came out with the Tora Fluorocarbon Leaders. And really that's a line that I throw on all my bait casters as well at this point, from my 24-pound test all the way down to 11-pound test. But I love it as leader material. Why I love it is because it's a lot thinner diameter than what its breaking strength is. So the setup that I've been using all year long is the 10-pound yellow no-fade braid to a 14-pound Tora Fluorocarbon Leader. It's really, really high quality stuff. That's the package right there. You can see 14-pound test, and that diameter on it makes it about the diameter of 11-pound test. So I can get away with heavier line where I can boat flip 3-pounders like you've seen me do on my YouTube through the Opens this year. I can swing them in the boat. I can catch giants on it. I've caught 2 6-pounders on this setup this year in the Opens, which is crazy to think about. I don't have to worry about those fish breaking me off. I can be aggressive on them. When they come up and jump, which they do just about every time, I can keep their heads moving in the direction I want them going. I can kind of manhandle them with a spinning rod. So I call it the power finesse fishing setup for me. It's that Ned Mickey 10-pound yellow no-fade to a 14-pound Tora Fluorocarbon Leader. It is incredible. You get the invisibility of the fluorocarbon, the castability of the braid, and then 14-pound strength with an 11-pound diameter. You can't go wrong with that. So check it out at getvicious.com.